Great turnout. I mean, I've been coming down here for 6 years, and I think this is the most people I've seen in the hall, so that's fabulous. The Democrats are fired up. So I am Steve Tharinger. I am your 3-term legislator from the 24th, and you guys in Grace Harbor both have the 24th district and the 19th. So I'm Hoquiam and Elma and north to Clallam County and Jefferson County. So I sit on the Appropriations Committee, the Healthcare Committee, and I am chair of the Capital Budget Committee. And when Don was talking about a building made out of wood, one of the things I was able to do as chair of that committee this year was to get $5.5 million to start building school classrooms out of cross-laminated timber. So that's if folks that know what this is, basically big panels glued up with 2x4s and 2x6s. The panels can be 2 inches thick to 4 inches thick to 10 to 12 feet wide and 40 feet long, and then we glue them up and we cut them into pieces, which I call Legos, and then assemble classrooms in this case, or buildings. They've been doing this in Europe since the 90s. We do not do it here in Washington State. So this $5.5 million is going to create, we're going to build about 20 classrooms to start generating some activity in this material. It's all wood, so it's going to do a number of things. It's going to create jobs in the 24th district, because we're going to cut and thin trees, and then we're going to glue them up in these panels, and then we're going to cut out the pieces, the Legos, so it's going to make our forests safer, less fire, or more fire resistant, less prone to fire, and it has a huge carbon sequestration piece, because for every cubic yard of wood that you put into a building, it's worth a ton of carbon. Not only in the building itself, but then of course with healthier forests, with little later rotations, we end up with more carbon there. So it just checks a lot of boxes, and we're hoping to get this industry started. And if it gets going, which we think it will, because it has in Europe over the last 30 years, it could be a new sector of value for the timber industry here in the harbor and in the 24th district. So for me to stay as your capital budget chair, we need to hold on to the majority within the House of Representatives in Olympia. So all these wonderful people here need your support to make sure that the Democrats have the majority in the House. And then it would be wonderful, because we right now have the Senate in Olympia that's basically run by about 17, 19 Tea Party senators that are probably the worst thing that's happened to the state in my time I've been here, in the 40 years I've lived in Washington. They are just not helpful in moving through what we as Democrats support. And I can tell you a lot of stories, but I'm not going to bore you with that. But it's just really important in this cycle, when we have a real opportunity to hold the majority in the House and also pick up, hopefully, the majority in the state Senate. And that will make a huge difference on our priorities as Democrats. So with that, I want to mention, as I was driving down today, I was talking to Kevin Vanderweg. As you know, Kevin's a fireman. He's got 2 young kids. He's very busy. He just called me and said that, you know, he's not going to be able to make it tonight. He really wanted to be here. But as you know, with Jim Hargrove retiring, Kevin's running for that open seat. So really hope that you can support him. I think it'd be great. And I think the thing that's really important for us is that we make sure that the 24th district stays Democratic, so that Kevin becomes a senator. I continue to be one of your reps, and then you've got a couple candidates for, you know, to fill Kevin's seat. So we really need to work hard to get Democrats, keep Democrats in the 24th and in the 19th, so we have a Democratic majority in the House, and we regain that Democratic Senate in the majority in the Democratic Senate. So thanks for the time. Great turnout. Looks like there's a lot of energy, and that's all good for what we want to do this fall. So thank you.